Welcome back with Axel and this is gameplay for Hawk, and we are going to evolve Legatus and Reese to triple S class for today. So let's get started, and here goes. I'm going to have maximum Raiden at SSS class, and we have Legatus and Reese right here, and currently I'm going to test out these two robots at the current level maximum 140 SS. Now we have the stage 190. I'm going to do this twice just for the comparison if before and after the evolution, and we got this. Get ready. So for overall, Raiden still have like difficulties for cleaning up those crowds, and excellent, great. We got this Legatus. This is the current level and the bullets looks for all of this SS class. So pay attention when later there will be like some changes. According to developers, they say that by evolving the triple S class, we are going to get a new look for the bullets and as well the new strength. Right, the new strength is obviously very obvious about the numbers increase and the rest of the status. Right, main power for the robot guns. Let's see about that. Right, we have triggered the counter fire for this Raiden. So that's more or less the capability of all of the setup that I'm using for now. Right, triggering the Reese. Right, slaying with Legatus, great. Another drop for overdrive. So this is the overdrive for Raiden. Right, cleaning the screen sometimes and sometimes not. So I'm going to upgrade and alright, evolve first, then upgrade the robots. Let's come back to main screen. Here goes the evolution for Legatus. As you can see that Legatus has more or less like these perks. 3.5 seconds for the shield. It has been nerfed from the previous time. Will evolving this Legatus to SSS class brings back the time? No, it's just more or less the same. We got the upgrade in the robot's main weapon. That's the emphasis for this evolution. Well, for the robot's main weapon, is that going to be affecting our performance? We are going to see it soon enough. Let's evolve Risk. Risk, but more or less will be the same as Legatus. There will be no increase in the perks. As you can see right here, they stay the same. And the new perk is mostly just for the robot's main weapon. But evolving more or less like Legatus, so for just a comparison after the upgrade. Before we got to deeper upgrades, more or less the same stage, 193. I'm going to reveal some of the overdrives. Let's test this out. Get ready for this. All the enemies, well, it seems like Raiden attacks got a little bit stronger. Is that Raiden or just the robots? I'm not really sure which part. Of course, according to theory it should be robots, but increasing the robots power may be affecting the Raiden's power. We should be investigating about this. Right, great. Now trying to trigger this. Well, I see that more enemies can be handled by the robots. According to now current upgrades, I think it got better than the previous SS class. At least for now. Right, we got to trigger the counter fire of Raiden again. I have like less difficulties against all of these enemies compared with the previous SS class. Right, this is my setup all to go. Right, rockets. Triggering Risk. Now this just flies around. Great. Slay that one with Legatus. And victory. Now we have maximum Legatus. I've upgraded this to maximum and of course drained a lot of my credits. This is just another race, maximum race, another maximum robot. We are going to test them both on the special stage 198. Currently we have 198. For asking this team up, I'm not sure if I'm going to test this out on team up, preferably solo on the stage. Alright, not going to ask anyone but to solo the stage just to show for a showcase about the robot's maximum level. This should be have any impact or not. on the performance. Destroy 65 targets. Right, slay first with Legatus. Right, incoming for the second round. And there should be the third. Right, like this. And Legatus is just ready on time. Right, we have planes coming from the hole, and be careful not to stay right at the middle on that one. So the spot right at the middle is the worst spot for the stage. Right, we have the bombers. They are going to be trouble. Right, cleaning the planes. Another worm from the hole. Can I just get all of this with Legatus? No, Legatus is not going to impact much. Well, Legatus can kill the worm, but there is another second worm for that run, so you have to get it with another robot maybe. Legatus does help a bit. Right, get that one with risk. So I think that this pair of robot is quite useful for the stage, especially for this one. Right, victory for that one. Right, great. So what else that I should be getting on the stage? Right, should we just do random stage? I prefer to go to lower stages just to find out, or maybe even lower than that. 160 something, this is all about the stage to seal your ability. 150 something, there are a lot of enemies for the stage and they are quite tough. Alright, let's get to this. Trying to get the rest of the enemies, like always with these two pair of robots. Those planes, they are good backups. Oh, just got rid by the boss, mini boss. It's too tough to get those small planes to help us. Right, except for this, incoming rockets, they can shield a bit and attract those two little rockets out of the way. Right, more of the coins drops. Slay with Legatus. There are cannons. Right, that tower, need to get less impacted by that. Great. Alright, we got more allies. Incoming allies is so great. The small planes, that's coming in handy for the stage. Right, go rockets. Alright, we have another one. Can easily slay it with Legatus, but I'm going to try with risk. Right, not bad. Great. So more of this uncertainty for the pattern of the rocket movement. So I think that from this stage, I think they are getting like hacked by some towers. Oh my goodness. Alright, great. Those two mini boss going down. Nice animation. Victory for that one. Let's get back and try some higher stages again. I think that 199. I'm not going to test it with the boss, of course. This setup is just not right for Doom 200, or probably Rapier, or maybe at other stages. I think that this setup is not really that good for boss, so just keep it to that, because boss is just too long for demonstrating all of this. I prefer to have the normal stages instead. Alright, be careful against all of those. Great, coming out from the hole. The hole again is just full of evil, plain evil. There are more of the rockets. Oh, we have this copter as a mini boss. I have the overdrive. Let's trigger this out. A second. Right, it's time to get this into action. Great. The overdrive just clean up most on the screen. Trigger this. Be careful when on that coming the second phase. A small little plane that can kill your planes if you just bump into them, so you have to stay in between the screen on the edge of the right or either on the left. Gather risk. Trying to take down the cannons. Right, slay. Nothing on the screen. We just won this stage, and let's see which some more of the stages that I'm going to test. So excited to have this pair of robot. just for this normal mission, except for the bosses. So don't try this for the bosses, it's not really that great. Well, if you think that you want to kill the boss in a very slow way, then this might be good option for at least clearing up the projectiles. Alright, great. This is one of the most intense stage. Well, I think the explosion stage is kinda really confusing. Alright, this is incoming rockets. So will your maximum 200 setup be able to win on this? You have to have like a good dodging skill, prepare for this anticipation against most of these enemies, copters. Great. Right, incoming rockets. So the pattern of all of those rockets that's coming through the stages, they are quite different compared with the other stages that I've ever faced before. Plus the explosions, they are going to confuse you around, but sometimes there is like a pattern that you should follow, which one that you should pay attention, rockets or those explosions. Well, you can have both. Well, it's kind of like you need like a little bit trick, and especially on the timing. Right, got another overdrive drops. That's why I love to kill the small rockets. And these coins spammers, are they really that great? Well, I think that's probably they are just animation. I don't think that you'll get rich just by grabbing all of those coins. See, only 420 coins. It's not really that great, so kill them straight away. It's just a long stage and gonna be like well, it's prone to your death or failure. Right, we have maximum legatus right here, maximum race, so I think that they are quite great for this version 1.13. I'm not sure for the next version there could be like a sudden tweak, or between the maintenance they could go like a different in power. But at least I tested this on the version 1.13 on this middle months maybe. Right, so I think this is all of my gameplay for today, and thank you so much for watching video. Don't forget to subscribe, leave thumbs up as always, and goodbye. This demonstrated on Justice stage. Destroy 83 targets. What we are gonna get out of this stage, triggering Quicken. As well, you can see how powerful Quicken is, at least for this stage, after getting the SSS class. So Quicken, will I recommend Quicken for SSS SSS class? Yes, I think that's possible for Quicken.